Padre. Padre Digs America. And I know all these metal detectors going around. Yeah, I got this year's experience, and I've got that year's experience. And I mean, I'm not knocking them. They're good for their time. But I got 47 years, and I'd like to show you something that probably you'll never see or ever see again, because there was only so many of them made, and they were made by an Air Force retired master electrician. His name was Gerald Crawley, and I got to show you his invention. Now, get me, this is 1969. I was about 15 years old. And there she is. The Turbo 500. Yeah, 47 years old as of this date. Yeah, if this thing could talk, be amazing. Yeah, it's put together pretty simple. Yeah, PVC pipe, dang transistor radio for a for a control box, plywood, and a copper ring. Now, you gotta take, now back in them days, metal detecting technology was pretty primitive. But like I said, this Air Force retiree, Mr. Crawley, he had made them. And me and my dad were all, you know, checking out the detectors, what they had to offer, and this and that, and you know, the ones with the big old suitcase on them and everything. And me and my dad would go down and we'd test them out, you know, and you know, swing them. And my dad would go, "Boy, man, this thing's heavy." You know, he goes, "How'd you like to swing that for about an hour?" You know, and I was like, "Oh," he goes, "Well, I think we'll just hold off." But long story short, here I was sitting on the beach there. Fortunately, was fortunate to live there at Santa Barbara, California. Yeah, I was fortunate to grow up or born there and grew up there. Anyhow, yeah, I'm sitting on the beach, you know, looking around, and out of the corner of my eye, I see Mr. Crawley, and he's swinging this detector. So I started thinking, hey, I'm gonna go over there and talk to him, you know. So I went over there and I asked him, "Hey, did you find anything?" And he says, "Oh yeah, I find all kinds of stuff." And I'm like, "Oh boy, that's a neat detector you got there." And he says, "Oh yeah, you like it?" Yeah. And he took off the earphones and gave it to me. He goes, "Give it a try." So I was trying it and everything, found a couple pennies and whatever, then ended up giving it back to him. And I go, "Man, I would sure like to have one of those." And he goes, "Well, I'll tell you what I'll do, son, I'll make you one." And I was like, "Oh, you kidding?" He goes, "No, I'll make you one." I says, "Yeah, me and my dad want to get into it, and my dad would like one too." And he goes, "Well, here's my card." So he gives me his card and everything. So long story short again, yeah, me and my dad went over there to his place and we ordered two. And he never made them for the public. He just made them for like friends and just as a hobby. But yeah, he made he made this. I got the 6-inch and my dad got the 12-inch. And yeah, we metal detect like every day, man, and we'd be following behind these guys with the Garretts, you know, and the old coin masters, and I'd go behind them, you know, just for the hell of it, and man, I'd pick up stuff that they missed right behind them, and I'd tell them, hey, you missed a quarter. Hey, you missed the dime. You know, but yeah, the technology of this machine and the knowledge that Mr. Crawley had was far surpassed none. And yeah, eventually I'm going to be going on a 3-year trip. It's called my metal detecting bucket list, and I'm gonna hook my trailer up and going back east. Yeah, I'm going back east, and I'm going to be doing a lot of the states back east: Missouri, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, and I'll be going to a lot of places there that you know, people haven't hit because they're so far back in the woods. You know, it's crazy. But yeah, man, you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss that. And I'll do a little video on the day before I go, and oh, we're gonna find some amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Yeah, with good old Turbo 500 here, and of course the Simplex. Yeah, the Simplex. Boy, I can't say enough about that machine. I meant, for the price, yeah, it's a good machine, especially that 9x5 coil. Boy, that thing, I mean right now its response is really good. Yeah, and I recommend it to any of you beginners or even your novice. You know, I mean, yeah, it's a good machine. Yeah, got the old Root Slayer there. That's another one I highly recommend, is that Root Slayer Mini. Wow. Yeah, that is it. Boy, it cuts such a good plug. Man, I mean, no problem. Just a little pricey, but it's worth it. Okay, well, without further more ado, I'm going to hit this little park that I'm at. And please subscribe. That so I can, you know, go on this adventure and bring you guys along. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Well, thank you much for watching, and I'm the Padre, and that's Padre Digs America. Late.